because I myself really enjoy this type of content and consume quite a lot of it. And it's doing my makeup, get ready with me, chit-chat, get to know each other a little bit more. I have now 12 subscribers, which is crazy because I did mention before that I'm doing this for funsies and not to score anything. And every time I get a subscriber, I'm just like, oh my god, that's absolutely crazy. So yeah, thank everyone who subscribed. 12 is not a big number, but to me, it's honestly huge considering I'm putting, in my opinion, so little effort with me being sick and not having a lot of energy to commit to like big things. So thank you for that. And today I wanted to do what I hope will be a little bit of a longer video. It's get ready with me. I have nowhere to go. Okay, I have no life. I have nowhere to go. I just like to put makeup on whenever I can and when I can. And I find it soothing. It's like getting ready with friends. It's like that time when you're about to go out with your best friends for a night out, but you don't know what to wear and you're putting makeups on. Or if you're not that type of person, just sitting with friends, putting makeup on for funsies. 1 second. Like I said, it might be a little bit of a longer video. I'm really hoping it will be like somewhat around 40-minute mark. I'm already talking way too much already, but yeah, there's gonna be some makeup applications, spritzing, tapping as always, and just general talking because that's my phone. Because I like to talk, so yeah. My boyfriend texted me. Anyway, okay. So before I start, I can't stand having hair on my face when I'm doing makeup, and my hair is also really oily. So I'm just gonna put a little froggy band. How cute is that? I just saw it at the store, and I squealed because I thought it was really cute. So let's put that on. I just know it's going to move a lot around my face, and it might just even come off altogether because again, my hair is not only pin straight, but it's also oily, and yeah, might just come up. I just noticed the light is going up and down. The weather in Australia right now, where I live, it's crazy because it keeps going up and down, and it's really cold right now, and there's a lot of clouds, and my apartment, even though I'm in a very well-lit room, it's having difficulty keeping up the same light level, so sorry for that. But enough of that. Enough about that. There's my little mirror here. I'm going to be using that. Okay. So, I'm going to be rummaging in my makeup bag, which it's here and it's huge. There's definitely a little bit of a shopaholic episode right here. I also want to put my trusty lip balm. It's the Lucas Papa ointment. This stuff, this right here, is better than Vaseline. I have suffered so many bad dry lips in Australia because, weirdly enough, nobody talks about it. Once it gets cold, it is somewhat familiar to the cold I would experience in Poland, where I'm from. And my skin is dry, and it just loves to go really painfully dry, and this soothes it all together. So so much better, so much nicer, and it gives just a nice little bit of sheen. So it kind of looks like a lip gloss altogether, so that's fun. Now, the most trusty thing in my home. Okay, forgive me, that's my cat, and every time I put makeup on, he has to be included. He's a big boy, and he just loves to steal the show wherever he can, so if you hear little tip tapping, that's him. But I was saying that this here is my most trusty thing in my makeup bag. I've been using this for probably way too long. It's probably way too expired, but come on, like, I'm not gonna throw out a very good product just because it's old. is alright. It's not dying. It's not getting any breakouts. So yeah, it's the e.l.f. Power Grip that went so viral a couple of years ago, and that's why I bought it. And oh my god, that's not gonna be soothing at all. I'm so sorry, guys. This video is so chaotic. But I bought it because it went so viral, and I was very happy too because it is great. I love it. I have not found another primer that does this level of holding it together on my face. So I usually pump out like 2 little squirts, wrap it between my fingers. That's fun. You can't see, but it's very sticky. And the T-zone, or where I think my makeup will move the most, and then rub it out the rest of the way under your face. It was very sticky, like we're talking honey level of sticky, but it makes me feel like my face is not gonna dry out like I do other primers. I have a quite dry and also I'm getting older sensitive skin, and this is the only product that does great stuff and keeps it in place. So absolutely banger. I love it. Foundation time. Actually, no, not foundation. I'm so sorry, you guys. This is all over the place, but it's because I am just all over the place person. Another thing I love to use from e.l.f. Again, it went viral, so therefore I bought it. Okay, I'm a very easily influenced person when it comes to TikTok viral stuff, or at least I was a couple of years ago, because this is also a couple of years old. But it works great. I love it. It's the e.l.f. Halo Liquid Filter Glow Booster. This sound alone is worth buying too, because it's like someone between a fart and like a very satisfying pumping lip gloss. And I just like the way it makes my skin look a little bit more alive. And like I not just spent 2 years of my chronic illness at home. Actually, all you need is like 1 pump, but sometimes I like to go a little bit extra because I just really like this stuff. And this is my wet sponge. It's very old too, don't judge me. I find that getting ready videos are somewhat like the most telling thing about a person. I was thinking about it lately and I was analyzing, why do I, as a human, really enjoy watching people get ready, and I realized that it says a lot about a person, their routine of any sort, whether it's a morning routine or an evening routine, when they tell you about it. And I realized that getting ready for an event or even going out or anything tells you a lot about a person by the product they use. And wow, the sun is coming out really quick right now. It tells you a lot about a person and how they get ready, what they like to do. For me, it's kind of the realistic get ready with me, because I need at least 1 can of Coke to sip because I'm addicted, and a TV show that I can watch simultaneously, because I have an attention span of an average Gen Z these days. I cannot do something without some kind of distraction in the background. So yeah, I think the foundation looks quite nice. Now we're gonna go to the actual foundation, and I was using a different foundation, but I'm trying out a new one because I wanted to try something new, and it's a drugstore as well, so I wanted to see whether it's worth the hype. And it's the Maybelline Superstay 30 Hour Lumi something foundation. They have so much of this stuff. super stay stuff from Maybelline are way too dry. I think the whole Maybelline line will almost simultaneously focus on the oily skin type, which I almost feel like is the most average one. But because I have a very dry skin, like we're talking any amount of dry air hitting my face, it all goes out of my face. This is not bad. I am somewhat happy with how it looks, although it is definitely something I needed to get used to. I needed to get used to the fact that it is definitely much more dry than my previous one. I was using Laura Mercier tinted moisturizer because I also don't think my skin requires that much coverage, because I just don't have a lot of blemishes other than like the redness, but I've learned to live with it. I think I put way too much. Okay, anyway, let's just ignore that. Alright, ready? Yeah. I think right now, if I were alone, I would be watching something what you're watching right now, because I have just finished, to my utmost heartbreak, the last season of Big Mouth. And to me, Big Mouth is a very close to heart show, because not only I feel like the humor is so dark at times, like it's not dark, but it is obscene. But it is obscene in a way that it's still funny. It doesn't offend me. And I also loved the way they approached real life subjects like sex ed stuff. And there was also like a continuous storyline between the characters, and it was funny, and it was actually talking about like important stuff. And whenever they discuss things like depression or just like general, growing up, it was making me tear up so badly. And it's finished. It's not there anymore. Last season is over. So I don't know how I feel about it. I was somewhat unhappy with how it ended, but I feel like it's very rare for me to really enjoy the end of a truly beloved show, because it's very difficult to tie up all the storylines satisfyingly for everyone. And yeah, it was just sad. So I finished watching that. Before I continue talking about this face finished, I will go in with a concealer, and this one is from Rare Beauty. Do not ask me how old it is, because it's probably the oldest thing in this bag. Okay, I don't want to talk about it. I like it. I spent a lot of money on it, and I do not want to stop using it just because it's a couple of years old. And I don't even use a lot of it because this foundation is yuck. It is high coverage, so I don't need to cover a lot of stuff. Literally just doing like a basic coverage situation. If you see my eye watering as well, I have no idea why, but ever since I was younger, when I put makeup on, only one of my eyes water, and it's always this one. And when I go out, even without putting any makeup on, if I go out and it's windy, my eye will water. Only this one though. So if you see it watering or me tapping it with a Q-tip, that's what's going on. Don't ask me why. I don't know why. I'm not allergic, because I don't have any actual like painful physical reaction yet. So I don't know about you, but I'm looking at my face and I think I look like, what's the word, airbrushed? Jesus, that actually looks insane. unwind it. This is like as if it was still in the thingy, and there's still so much product. And I've been using this for a while, but it is so strong that you don't need a lot. And also I put it wrong color because I think this is a little bit too warm, but I make it work. Ever since I moved to Australia, I see all these people so beautifully tanned. And if you need to know, I got instantly ill with my chronic illness when I moved to Australia, so I did not really feel like going out or getting tanned. But I also never had a craze for a tan. Like, I would really appreciate a naturally tanned person and their glow that comes with it, but biologically, I don't tan. My father gave me the worst genes on earth. That whenever I go in the sun and I do try to tan, no matter how high the sunscreen protection will be, I will burn to a crisp, like a red lobster. And there's my mother who will go out without any sunscreen and have like the most beautiful golden skin tone tan. And yeah, I don't think I was just meant to be brought up in the sun. That's done. Before I do a blush, because I'll usually do a foundation and like the face stuff first, and then I'll do the eye. I'll do everything in first. I want to do my freckles. Okay, so I have started doing freckles as soon as they appeared on the TikTok face because I really love them. I think they are so youthful, so cute. I don't have freckles myself, at least visible ones to me. And this is a Shein product. I don't necessarily love Shein all the time. I am honestly kind of like a love-hate relationship with them. But the Sheet Glam Freckle Pen does wonders. Awesome, I love it. I mean, it's a freaking freckle pen. You don't need a lot. As well, I never understood how people can go and spend so much money on those like freck pens when you have this and it does almost exactly the same job. Oh, my eye is watering. Hold on, people. Looks like I'm stabbing myself in the eye, but I swear there's a purpose. There's a purpose to it. Wait, I was actually talking about the shows, wasn't I? Yes, I was talking about Big Mouth. I really loved Big Mouth, as well as for the fact that it was just making me laugh, and it was a really heartwarming show that included everyone. And it's over. There's nothing funny for me to watch anymore. I have been trying to catch up on my cat, hello. I've been trying to catch up on, I'm sorry, I can't focus. Can you like move kitty, please? Now you're just gonna stretch here. What's up? Do you wanna say hi? Well, I'm just gonna continue talking because he's not making any noise. Yeah, it was making me laugh, and I am watching now. Kitty. Go. I had to pause because my neighbor was walking down the corridor and it was quite loud, so sorry about that. To finish my thought, finally, I was saying that I am watching Handmaid's Tale, and it's very depressing because obviously it's a depressing subject. So I enjoyed mix of wet stuff I have to finish with a blush. And for a blush, I have Mario, Makeup by Mario, Soft Pop Plumping Blush Veil, and Rose Crush. And I have to be absolutely honest. I don't love this. I was very disappointed when I spent my money on this. I was under the impression that this was I was right about my impressions, but I thought that since I'm completely spacing the name of the person that recommended it to me, like the pop culture icon, Sabrina Carpenter said that this is her go-to blush. Oh my gosh, I put way too much. Oopsie. She said that she really likes it, and I was very excited to try it out, and I don't necessarily love it. I find it a little bit hard to use at times, but maybe it's because I just don't like wet foundation blushes, like cream brushes. I have to like run it over with my remainings of my foundation on my brush to like soften it, because I feel like it is very bright. That was a bit of a mess, but there we go. The base is done. Good. In that case, I will powder my under eyes. I am using Rare Beauty Light Setting Powder. Don't ask me if it's good, because I don't know, because I feel like for me, again, as a dry skin person, it is very hard to love setting powder, because it will just dry out the under eye really badly, but it's the only thing that will prevent it from greasing. I just realized all of my freckles disappeared. I might overdo them. Hold on. Okay, I redid them a little bit off camera because it was bothering me, but like I was saying, I don't necessarily love powder because it really dries me out. Okay, we've done that. Now we're gonna go in with eyebrows. I use so many random stuff for my eyebrows because I have like 3 eyebrow pencils and I always forget I already had one, so I keep buying more, especially if they're on sale. So this one is the Brow Define Triangular Brow Pencil from Anastasia, and I've lost the cap for the Beauty. And now I'm gonna fill them in. This is not my favorite eyebrow pencil because of the triangular tip. I much rather prefer the traditional, but at the same time, I don't even have like a crazy level of eyebrow routine. Like, they just need to be darker, in my opinion. If I'm feeling extra snazzy, I'll put that little eyebrow glue thingy from NYX, and I'll just tease the very front of my eyebrows because I like the look of that, while keeping the rest of them that's good. I like that. While keeping the rest of them flat. Trying to run through the steps in my head, but we're done with that. Now we're gonna do the eyes, and I'm very excited because I love graphic eyeliners. see the percentages going down. But I'll show you my graphic eyeliner collection. Trying to keep it as satisfying as possible without making a lot of noise, but this collection is what makes me happy. I bought from Glisten Cosmetic a advent calendar some time ago, and it came with all these amazing colors and 2 little lip stains. That was loud, sorry. And I just really enjoy making something fun. Even little colorful eyeliner can like change your attitude for the rest of the day. So I think today we're just gonna keep it basic. Like we're gonna make it. I think I'll just use my favorite color on her, and it's purple. It's the Dungaree color. Give me a second. I just need to put some water in the cap because they're water activated. I got some water in the cap and now I'm watering the pencil and I am activating it in here. I really love water activated eyeliner because they're very fun. It's like artist's dream to be able to have this much freedom over your eye look, but I don't like how obviously they will smudge instantly on any touch or anything. So I'm just gonna do a very basic wing liner today. I don't feel like doing anything too crazy. Let's see if I can do it without making too much mess. I'm putting this on my finger because I have to lean the hand on my face and I don't want to smudge the makeup. So let's see how I do. My gosh, it's so awkward at this angle. Okay, that's a wing. That's a wing. I'm very happy with that. Okay, I'm very ashamed to admit that I had to stop and do everything on camera because I was panicking. And there was a lot of noises anyway. And if you see this on my hand, it's because I was mixing 2 eyeshadows on my hand. So don't worry, we're done. The makeup look is almost done. I am gonna put a little bit of a mascara, and this is the Maybelline Firework Mascara. Before I put a mascara, my god, it's all over the place. There's so many nice outside. I'm gonna put. I think I'm gonna put this sucker on. It's the blushing lizard from Half Magic. I think this would complement the look a little bit. I think it looks cute. Just a little bit of sparkle. On the lid, because life is better with sparkles in them. God, that sounded like one of those Awful House decorations. Sorry. Now we can do the eyelashes. Beautiful. I don't really care about mascaras because I feel like they all do the exact same thing. They claim all sorts of different magic, but in reality they all do the exact same thing. And if you want like really big effects on your lashes, you should just either use false eyelashes or I forgot the word, when they just put like those little false lashes into your lashes so they stay longer. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Try that in their corner because I'm crying. Okay, lovelies. I think I'm This is MAC lipstick, my first ever MAC lipstick. How cute is that? My first ever MAC lipstick. That's literally called Thanks It's MAC, because I just bought something that was a bestseller because I thought I deserved some nice stuff in my life. And it's just your average basic nudie. It has like the tiniest bit of sparkle in it and a bit of hair. Ignore that, that's probably mine or my cat's. And I'm just gonna put it all over my lips first. I'm so sorry, my neighbor turned up again outside my door, so that was a bit loud. Back to it, I put the lipstick on. As you can see, it's like a nice simple nude, and then I go in to line my lips just a little bit with the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in Endless Cacao. It's that very famous again TikTok, because I'm chronically online, lip liner that's like very cool brown. When I first tried it, I wasn't in love with it. I thought it was way too cool for my skin tone, but I love this combo and I'll show you why. So first, I like to emphasize my cupid bow, and then kind of like, what's the word? Ombre. No, that's not the word. Shade it out, but now I'll do it to the end of my lip. So like it gives me like a pout permanently, and it mixes with the lipstick quite well. And then bottom lip, I think my bottom lip is already plump, so I'll need to do this part. And then I, with my finger, gonna wrap it out a little bit, and that's it. I think this looks absolutely fucking beautiful, and I'll take no slander. This is technically a finished look right now. I don't do a highlighter anymore because I find it to be too bright. Actually, you know what? I will do a highlighter right now because I think I like us to it. Again, no surprise there. It's a Rare Beauty highlighter in Enlighten, and I'm just gonna do the tiniest bit on the tip of my nose. Just the tiniest bit. I'll do the two right here. It's very subtle the way I'm doing this, but if you really want to pack a punch with this baby, you can. Like, you will be shining like a disco ball. And now, my favorite part. It's a setting spray. This is a sample, or like those traveling size ones. I bought it so long ago, and I love it. I think the all-nighter Urban Decay ones are the best, and it just works really well. It really keeps the stuff on for the next couple of hours. It's very little left. I bought this again so long ago, and it managed to stay with me for a really long time because it does pack a punch. One spritz for you. I love it. Spritz for me. hear all the cars and the traffic. I try really hard to record in the hours when it's not too busy, but life is unpredictable. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you are going to have a wonderful, wonderful day, whatever you're up to today. And I'm gonna leave you right now and do some self-care again. I hope to see you again. Thank you for watching.